Hello, Dilip. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks. Hello, Jaya. Where are you from? And what do you do for a living? Hello, HX. Where are you from? And what do you do for a living? Well, Jaya, where are you from exactly? Oh, hi, Blake. I appreciate it. Thanks. Where are you from? And what do you do for a living? Oh, hi, Josh. Hi. How are you doing today? Welcome to the live. Oh, you're from Florida. All right, that's cool, Blake. Nice to meet you. Well, I'm from India, and basically, I'm a student of mass communication. I'll be specializing in journalism, that is. So, my first year in university is going to begin in October itself, and it's a 4 year course. After that, I'll be joining as a news anchor and a debater with a prominent media news channel that is Times Now. Maybe you might be familiar with it. So cool, that's nice, Blake. Welcome to the live. I appreciate your compliment a lot. So, how's your day going? Oh, that's good to know you're good. Everything is well with me. I'm doing good as well. Doing excellent, actually. So, Josh, how's your e-commerce stuff going on? Anthropology degree. Wait, that's really interesting. How far ahead are you with your degree at the moment? Pretty cool, not gonna lie. Hello, Blues, where are you from and what do you do for a living? What is your name as well? Isn't anthropology like mainly like is doesn't it mean like basically it has to do something with hold on human behavior, societies and stuff, right? I might be wrong. Oh, you got like about 12 hours. All right. Well, Blake, I'd actually like to suggest you can have a look at my channel description in the meantime. You might get a better idea of my timings and how I come on live, what I talk about on here alongside. And I suggest you can read through it and then you can come back and we can have a talk. Just give me a moment, guys. Gangster Blues, or what is her name exactly? Do tell. Nothing interesting to tell, honestly. I don't feel like that. Come on. I'm all for mundane details. It's not a problem. That is cool. That is cool, actually, Blake. That is. In the meantime, make sure to like the live. Hi, Aryan. How are you doing? How is the study session? If you studied. Okay, Bhavin, if I introduce myself, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, nice to meet you. So, how long have you been in the mining industry, that is? And do you find your work fruitful or is it usually pretty hectic for you? But Josh, I'll tell you, never think of the topics you want to mention as boring. Never think of it as that. If you want to talk, you definitely can. Just, just let it spill the beans. That is, if I can word it in a proper way. Session was good. That's good to know. Excellent, actually. That's nice. And Bhavin, alongside in the meantime, you can definitely have a look at my channel description as well. You'll get to know what I do on this channel, what my channel is about, what the aim of the channel is, alongside also what I do on the lives. So I suggest, Bhavin, that you have a look at my channel description as well. Hello, Abid, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Oh, that's like a continuation then. It's cool, it's very cool. Hello, Bull Farm. Where are you from and what do you do for a living? Hello, Marco. Where are you from and what do you do for a living? Prathamesh, if you want to know what we talk about in the chat or what we talk about in the live, I suggest you have a look at the channel description, read through it, you get to know what the lives are about, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. Prathamesh, you heard me clearly. I see the channel description. But well, if you're in the live to fool around, then this may not be the place for you. Because I know damn well that you must have heard when I said the channel description, not the live description, that is. Snorlax, welcome to the live. I remember you joined last time. Could you give me an introduction once again? Where are you from and what do you do for a living? Alongside, what is your name? Josh, are you still here in the chat, by the way? Tell me about your Sunday plans. Because Sunday morning, so it's Sunday morning, any work that is, or gonna keep up with household chores, or is it like any plans? I'd like to know. Hello, Lit. Where are you from, and what do you do for a living? What is your name as well? Right now you're in Bangalore. All right. Well, what do you do for a living, Snorlax? And tell me your name as well. Maybe go ahead with the entire introduction, so then I can also introduce myself. Oh wait, that is a solid plan for Sunday. That is, I mean, it's very cool. At the moment, it's like 4:47 for us in India, so it's pretty much evening. I don't have any plans for today. That is, what show are you watching? To be exact, I'm not really a show person much, but I might be familiar with the shows. Who knows? I feel like you're an early bird because, like, isn't it like nearly 6 a.m. for you guys? Not sure about it. Oh yeah, 7:17. Yeah, I miscalculated that pretty badly. Okay, workouts are the best. I don't know why, but I also strive for productivity. Workouts are the best. They make you feel so fresh. The only hard part is going for the workout. That is, I get it though. All right, Ajit. Well, nice to meet you. So, if I introduce myself, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, books are good, shows, series are fine as well. Well, Ajit, since you have visited before as well, and this is your second time, why don't you have a look at my channel description finally? You'll get to know when I come on the live, usually what I talk about, alongside what the channel is about and what the aim of the channel is. Hello, Raj, where are you from, and what do you do for a living? I mean, in my opinion, Josh, that's a pretty solid plan. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. Ninad, first you tell me where are you from and what do you do for a living? Tabriz, where are you from? What do you do for a living as well? Software engineer in Bangalore. All right, Keshav, I'd like to ask, well, how long have you been in the field exactly and which company do you work for? If that's fine asking. Oh, the terminal list. I've heard about it though, but I'm not really watched it. I don't have Amazon Prime, unfortunately. Not an OTT person, but did it recently come on Amazon Prime? I'm not sure. Keshav, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself, alongside after the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Nice to meet you. Keshav, why don't you have a look at my channel description? You can read through it, you'll get to know what the channel is about, what the aim of the channel is, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. Getting started is the hardest part. I agree, Josh. It is. I don't know. It's pretty dreadful when you have to go to the place exactly and work out. I mean, the meantime when you're working out, it's pretty fun. It's not that bad. Actually, Nina, nice to meet you. And if I tell you, I'm fine. I'm fine with times now. More than happy with it. So, and I've gotten a lot of opportunities. That is, and I've gotten the selection as well. So I'll be fine. Well, if I introduce myself, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as such. So you do know. And Keshav, why don't you have a look at my channel description? That's excellent, dude. Just have a look at it. You can read through it, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. I'm not sure about when it came out as well, but could be a recent release. Not sure. They usually have recent releases in the front. Ajit, usually I take care of street dogs. So I take care of street dogs, like 13, 14 of them. It's mentioned in my description very clearly. So you can just read through it. Oh, that's cool though. Why is it like a little nerve wracking to go to the gym sometimes? I don't know. Pranay, that's good to know. Where are you from in Telangana and what do you do for a living? It's already done. I don't mind exactly, but I've already gotten selection, so don't worry. Make sure to like the live in the meantime and can subscribe to the channel as well. You can also check out the channel description if you wish. Well, Josh, usually I guess I've not really been like a gym person. I was more into like freehand exercises, if that makes sense. But unfortunately, I quit it after a while. It was very exhausting in a sense. I used to be into like dance more because dance was like I love it. It's like so energetic. Hip hop mainly. Hip hop was very cool. Pranay, first you tell me, where are you from in Telangana and what do you do for a living? Oh wait, Josh, I have an interesting question to ask you. I forgot. What do you train for exactly? Do you usually train in terms of endurance or is it strength wise? I mean, it depends on the goals of the person. I would usually do it for endurance, though I do want to do strength training at some point. Oh, all right, Pranay, that's nice to know. If I introduce myself, I am a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Alongside, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal. Well, Pranay, nice to meet you. Working in mainly like working in medicine, like in the medical field as a whole, is very very hectic. But you can definitely have a look at the channel description. You can read through it, and then you can come back and you can have a talk. Well, just give me a moment, guys. Well, Pranay and Ninad. Well, yeah, you're correct about that, Ninad. You guys can definitely have a look at my channel description at the moment, and then you'll get to know what my channel is about, what the main focus of the channel is, what I do on here, and then you can come back and we can continue our conversation. And you're definitely correct about that. Hello, Deka, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Alongside someone, what is your name and what do you do for a living? And what is basically, where are you from? I mean, just give me a moment. Usually for I don't know, working out, like usually it feels pretty icky. I get sweaty very quickly, so I have to use like I have to wear very flowy clothes. I don't know. I'm stuck between flowy clothes and open clothes. I love doing pull-ups, so that's something I really love. Well, Pranay, actually, I'll introduce myself again. You seem to have missed my introduction. I am from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I am a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Alongside, I've started this channel for a good cause. I suggest you to read through the channel description and read through it. You'll get to know what the good cause is, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. Anuj, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Oh, you do strength training and endurance. Being lean is pretty cool though. I aspire to be lean at some point. It's pretty nice. And I don't know exactly. Agility matters. I do want to improve like my speed or something. I don't know exactly how to word it in a sense. Being bulky, it's mainly just like a ton of protein, which I can't. And like, yeah, it is. I mean, I'm scared of people who look very bulky at some point. I mean, have you seen those videos, Josh, of like some people who are very much into strength training, like in a very obsessive way? Those people can't even run that quick. I mean, what's the point of having such a big build if you're not if you don't have agility, right? If you're not agile, concerning stuff. People focus on it for aesthetics, but I mean, we gotta get the functionality out of it, right? If training makes me run faster, and gives me like a strong, like quicker reflex, I don't mind. It's gonna do it. It's gonna be fine. Endurance, like my long term endurance, I would like to train that more. Short term is like fine. I mean, I just want to get more stronger. Usually, I used to do grip training at some point. But funny story, one of my friends, like one not friends, one of my classmates, like they had bought like a grip sort of thing. I don't know what it's called. It's like a grip machine. Like basically you just train your grip with it. It was on the highest setting. I didn't even notice, and like literally gripped it in a sense. Turns out it was on the highest setting. But I feel like that must have been faulty. I don't think I'm like Hulk or anything to be able to do that. I don't think so. My only thing is like in terms of no equipment exercises, I feel like I love pull-ups more. I don't know. I like pull-ups for a very stupid reason, which is because I don't know, it's fun to just be hanging in the air, you know, and just like pulling up yourself. I feel like I like the adrenaline that is it's fun. It's for a very stupid reason though. Because I was very fond of those jungle bars as a kid. I liked like hanging by them, so maybe that could be the reason. Oh, come on, that's fine. It ain't bragging. That's not bragging. That's actually something you should be bragging about or you should be proud of. Because at this point, a lot of people are not that active physically. Being athletic is like a gift, that is. Even though you have to train for it, it's actually pretty good. You can flex on people. I like to flex my running speed on people a lot nowadays. Functional strength is important. I mean, like, can't really depend on anyone. You gotta do it. So it's good. Yash, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Yeah, pull-ups are cool and very useful. I'm pretty good with pull-ups. I guess I can do a little higher than the average rate, I guess so. But once again, it depends on the bar because I've not done it on a proper pull-up bar. I just like do it on a random bar that is. In our school gallery, we had those like square-shaped rods, so that would hurt my hands a lot actually because I don't have calluses, so it would pain. So in that case, I won't be able to do much. I feel like working out is for functional strength. Aesthetic wise, like I can't exactly. Some people say Pilates are also pretty good, but like I don't exactly want to suffer in that sense as well because I don't think I can do Pilates. That is not good for me at least. I mean, it depends on the person, but can't do it. Basically, working out as well, it gives you a sort of what do I say? It gives you a sort of like mental freshness, so you can like deal with like mentally burdening tasks better in a sense. I don't know how, but like it's pretty good. Has its own benefits. You feel like you did something productive, you feel like you did something good, and you have stretched that day, so it's good. Unfortunately, I forget some days, like I forget to stretch, and then it's just like every second I move, it sounds like something, a bone is breaking at some point. Sounds like fireworks. Yeah, I mean, I that is good though. I believe so. Is grip strength applicable in throwball? I don't know exactly. I don't know if you're familiar with throwball. We used to play that a lot. Maybe it could be in that case. I don't know. I feel like grip strength is important. And have you like seen like some people are incapable of doing high jumps. I feel like training your jumps is also very necessary. I feel like training yourself overall. A circuit cycle is the best. Circuit training, that is. Because in that case, you get everything trained in a sense. And honestly, you get everything. It's a win-win situation. You won't get bored of one exercise, and you can just do a lot in just a short amount of time. I usually, how I would do it. I would do like speed walking, and then I would walk backwards, and actually walking backwards also it could help me somewhat. And I would just do like no equipment training. That is just basically I would do stretches first, and then I would just like somewhat do workouts. I would have a mat, but like those endurance workouts would just make me feel like I died on the spot. It was so painful in the beginning. That is true. Stretching is definitely important. Some people they skim over the warm up part very quickly. And some people go very intense with their warm ups as well, and it's actually very concerning. Like, come on, guys, we don't gotta be extra about it, and just do proper stretches, and we'll be fine. Hydration also, hydration is key. I don't know how. I'm so sorry. It's gonna sound so bad, but how do people exactly drink protein shakes? I don't get it. Hello, Vansh. Welcome to the live. So that's good to know. Where are you from exactly? Which state and city? I appreciate it. Also, you're pursuing vet medicine. So, what year are you in exactly for your studies? How far ahead? I'm from Haryana, Sonipat. Okay, if I introduce myself, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, Vanch, thank you so much for the support. Make sure to subscribe then and like the live. How are you finding your field so far? How's it? Tell me. And what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? See, I mean, protein shakes, I couldn't exactly go into depth. I've seen protein shakes, some people, like when they're thirsty, they just chug a whole bottle. Scared of those people. I don't know why. Let's just, like, Maybe when some people replace hydration like water by with protein shakes, that's a little scary to me. That's it. Besides that, protein shakes sometimes are fine. I ain't judging anyone. I don't judge people. I don't want to come off the wrong way. I got like horrible wording sometimes. It's so ridiculous. For protein, I usually just take like it's usually what do I say? Chickpeas. Chickpeas are a good source of protein in a sense. Oh, Vanch, by the way, if you want to know what I'm using, I use like Osmo DJI gimbal, that is 7P. 7P gimbal, and it's a tripod as well. So if you think about the camera tracking, it just is that. It's a pretty cool equipment. I like it. In the meantime, tell me about yourself as well. How is it like? How is your first year going so far? I've heard about naked protein. I have. But it's pretty good though. It's pretty solid. Because the thing is, I feel like it's one of those that don't have artificial flavors or sweeteners or colors. I remember someone was using it though. One of my pen pals had mentioned it a very long time ago. So it just clicked like a dot for me, that is. Are full of unnecessary stuff, that is true. It is. And I don't know, some can be a little harsh, I feel like. But see, I don't know much about the opinions much. I don't know much about the thing, so isn't it that naked way? A naked way, way. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's organic and grass fed that I've read about it, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if your diet is naturally protein heavy, then it's fine. If it's naturally protein heavy, that is good. Usually, I consume a lot of protein. My diet is full of protein, fibers, and carbs, and I try to keep it balanced. So it's fine. I guess it's for those who are into bulking. I guess right. Those who have protein a lot, they're more into the bulking aspect. So I guess that could be. Though having a lot of proteins can cause issues. I feel like I don't need to get into that though. But who am I? I don't know. Everyone's diet is different. It depends on the piece alongside like your lifestyle, how you exercise, and everything. So I'm not exactly judging anyone. Just giving my opinion. In my case, that is in my scenario. What's anatomy? Wait, that's cool though. Anatomy is cool. You like this field very much. Are you perhaps into sketching as well? Anyone who likes anatomy is into sketching, but that could be a stereotype. That could maybe be me just saying anything. Hello, Vikash. Where are you from? And what do you do for a living? It's been good for you. That is excellent, though. Dude, that is excellent. That's good. Because I've heard about like certain side effects as well, but that's usually with like other bulkier sort of protein shakes. These are fine. Don't some people drink like Gatorade? Gatorade? Is it Gatorade? I don't know exactly. I've not tried it, okay. But don't some people drink that usually for hydration as well? I don't know, maybe athletes drink it more. It's like electrolytes in a sense. No, just saying it from my perspective, that is. Hello, Aryan, where are you from? And what do you do for a living? Not into sketching. Oh, okay. Well, that's good though. Artsy still? Okay, that's nice. What mediums do you like to use usually for your drawings? That is, it is important though. I mean, the balanced diet is pretty important. Most athletes drink it, yeah. That is true. I've not had it though, mainly. Electrolytes are definitely necessary for sweating a lot. Unfortunately, no matter what I would do, I'd also need a bunch of electrolytes, or else I'm gonna feel dizzy after a while. Unfortunately, I'm someone who sweats a lot. I stick to water as well. Sometimes, usually there's like this electrolyte that I usually electrolyte. It's called electrolyte only, so I just electrol. Yeah, it's called electrol. So I just mix it up, and I have it sometimes in cases of like extreme dehydration. But I'm fine. No, Aryan, I'm not. But could you introduce yourself? Where are you from, and what do you do for a living? I'm not really like, how do I say it? I'm not really like someone who drinks energy drinks either. I don't know. Some people are telling me I'm missing out on a lot of things, but like I can't get myself to drink. I can't even drink soft drinks at all because for some reason, like I guess it's been scientifically proven that some people register like the bubbly feeling as like pain, so they don't like it. It's not that good at all. It doesn't taste that good. Oh wait, that's good. I do want to go into lean mass building as well, though. I don't know. Wait, okay, Arya, let me introduce myself. Hold on. I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, do have a look at the channel description. You'll get to know what my channel is about alongside what I do on this channel. Hello, Ayodha. Good morning. Everything's going fine. I'm so sorry I missed a lot of comments in the meantime. Coughing fit that is, plus these Invisaligns are pissing me off. Sweating is a good sign though, that is. But it can be very annoying. Some people sweat a lot, and unfortunately, I'm one of them. Usually, like, I'm in the hill station, so it's not that bad. It ain't that bad. But if I go towards plains, and my goodness, if the weather is slightly humid, it's gonna be something else. Hi Prashant, welcome. Make sure to like the live. Anay, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Thanks. Once you tell me first, what do you think about the current politics of India? You tell me your perspective first. Hello, Fulu, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Hello Nihal, make sure to like the live, okay, if you haven't already. Dave, where are you from and what do you do for a living? I'm going very fast. I'm so sorry. My main purpose, yeah, that is, main purpose is endurance. Just be able to do a lot of tasks without feeling fatigued quickly, I guess. Yeah, that is, I feel like it's the best. I mean, you know, but I do want some late mass now that I mentioned. It's pretty good though. I mean, either way, it's fine. Oops, my dog is barking. Endurance, right? Yeah, I do need it though. Don't rewatch the video, please. My dog is barking. Very sorry, guys. She's very talkative today. Hello, no man. Where are you from and what do you do for a living? Exactly. Main purpose is energy drinks. I feel like they have turned into something else at this point. I've seen some people chug like around like two, three cans of like Red Bull, and that gets me so worried. And I'm like, dude, that ain't good. Well, no, guys. So hungry. She's not hungry, FYI. It's her working time, so she's going ahead to call my mother. That's great. It's not good at all, indeed. It's not good. Oh yeah, she does. They're like her buddies. All they're like a whole group. Street dogs are very familiar with my dog, that's Sheen-Jinee, so they're very, very friendly together. She starts playing with them every time she goes for a walk. Well, yes, Vansh. Democracy of India is at high risk because it is at high risk. So bastards like you have to come on the live, and you have to say it out loud that democracy of India is at risk. Had it been a dictatorial country or a monarchy, you would have been kicked out of the country immediately. You'd have been kicked out, dragged out of the country. Okay, so Vansh, maybe get some information and alongside also get a life, do something with your time, do something better instead of coming in people's lives with your half-ass information, and don't be too smart because I've read your sentence. Alongside, don't follow those brothers and sisters stuff, okay, because they're born foreign and they will be with the foreign. These people ain't gonna be with India, all right? So don't be a parasite, don't be a fool, and educate yourself. Strange, right, Josh? Sheer confidence. Like, that's what Josh, like this thing that I follow, and I've told you about it as well. When reels replace textbooks and when the algorithm becomes the teacher, a misinformed generation becomes a national security issue. So we can definitely understand. The example was right in front of us. People who are misinformed are more confident than those who are informed. What did you realize, Ira? I'm so confused. I'm so sorry, I missed your earlier comment, by the way. Hello, Inder, where are you from? And what do you do for a living? Yes, this is of Palki Sharma Upadhyay. She was in Wayon and she was in first post. This is her quote, that is. A user, where are you from, by the way, and what do you do for a living? Forgot to ask you, and what is your name as well? I don't know exactly, like Josh, I've been trying to remember, but I guess these people can be called as empty barrels. I forgot the idiom, but I knew it pretty well. I only know it in Hindi. I can't translate it that well in English at the moment. User, what is your name exactly, and where are you from? You forgot what I realized. You forgot what you realized. Okay, gotta recollect your memory. Hello, Harry. Where are you from, and what do you do for a living? User, what is your name? Do tell me your name. I'm from India as well, by the way. Setting you know. Please tell me your good name. Satya. Okay, by the way, Satya, let me introduce myself. I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. Alongside, after the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. So nice to meet you, Satya. Well, Satya, why don't you have a look at my channel description? You can read through it, you get to know what I do on this channel, what the aim is, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. Well, Harry, where are you from exactly? And how long have you been in the field? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it, Josh. Just give me a moment. Well, Josh, let me tell you, actually, Mark Zuckerberg, like the Meta people, that is, they had they had some issues with like India, that is, because I guess people had come to India regarding there was an issue. Basically, let me tell you, Meta messed up big time because they deleted our prime minister's video. Like they just removed it from the platform of him addressing the things that are important, and they basically started promoting all the fake news regarding whatever issues there are, and just fueling it more. So I guess they had a horrible fine, that is 3 days ago. Yeah. Well, Harry, that's good to know. If I introduce myself, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, what is your role in finance exactly? And you can also have a look at the channel description. You'll get to know what I do alongside what the channel is about. And then you can come back and we can continue with the conversation, that is. But guys, I don't blame you. Politics can be messy. Can be. And in the current day and age, you definitely have to keep up with valid sources in a sense. Social media, algorithm is like controlled often. Thank you, Harry. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And you can also have a read at the description of the channel, and you can also make sure to like the live in the meantime. Rupayan, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Actually, Josh, this is like the case with almost all big corps. That is, it's like a theory. I forgot the name of the theory that is, but it's very applicable in the current day and age. It is borderless. Actually, these things, it happens in the world throughout. I told you, it's not only our countries; it's in the world throughout. Oh, all right, Harry. Okay. Well, good luck for your work as well. It's basically that. Okay, let me explain this in a very broken caveman sort of way because I'm not being able to word it. Social media presence. We see social media shows what it wants us to see. We see. We don't be informed. We suffer. People who are smarter go ahead and they do better. Like basically, that's like I feel like that's the theory. Actually, analysis right now. Basic critical thinking is very important, which we are not having. Money, where are you from, and what do you do for a living? Uh, Hello, Bittu, where are you from in Canada, and what is your name, and what do you do for a living as well? Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Well, Satya, if I tell you, at the moment my channel is mainly focused on street dogs. They're the prime focus. Alongside, I would basically I'm trying to grow the channel so I can feed them 3 times a day. And in the meantime, my channel has not been monetized yet due to the watch time criteria still remaining. So at the moment, I come on the live to gain more exposure to the animal lovers and all the good people that is who are willing to be a helping hand in the good cause. And I take donations through QR and scanner on the live. Whatever donations I get, all of it goes for their afternoon meal. And many people have contributed as well. It's just a gist on my channel, and I'm more than welcome for anyone to be a helping hand as well. Bittu, what is your like good name? What is your name? That is, and how long have you been into trading? What is the type of trading you do? And where are you from in Canada? Oh, you're a project engineer. Oh, in Tata Power. That's good. That's very interesting, Satya. And like basically, for more background information, if I mention, I've been staying in Darjeeling for about 4 years. My mother's Parsi, father's Punjabi, so I'm mixed. So I'm not exactly from here as well. I can only speak like Hindi and English. That is, there's some more information, just more background information about me. And I'm very fond of animals. Hence, this like the main mission that is of the channel is what I wish to do. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm very sorry. I'm definitely gonna repeat it in the night live properly or later on when it is emptied a little bit. That is true. Don't worry, Josh. I do get it. It's like I've been discussing about it. It just feels like you you would want to like hit people in a sense. I get very infuriated when people are not willing to listen to the side. So I also keep most opinions to myself. Unfortunately, I don't like to discuss it on here, but some people prompt it out. Sarthak, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Thanks, Soira. I appreciate it. Well, good luck. Take care. Bye bye. it, Josh. Like I do get it. Actually, I do get your struggle. Talking about these things, it's I don't know, man. I feel like for me, it's a way to get rage baited as usual. Always that. Plus, people are misinformed often and trying to correct them over and over again. There's no point at all. I don't know exactly. I do like to listen to people's opinions as well. I mean, I'm someone, see, if you present your opinions with facts and everything, I'm going to listen to them. But if people, if someone presents their opinion with like no base whatsoever, and it's just like something very simple that they have just said, I it's very hard for me to digest it. That is, I just hate opinions that are just incomplete or wrong or haven't been fact checked yet. I can't deal with such stubbornness. Honestly, it's just not. My patience is not even that good. I'm pretty short tempered as it is. I can't. It's too much. It's too complicated. People become blind in a sense, so you can't really change their outlook. Most you can do is call them out on it and just hope for the best. Well, thank you. Thanks, Satya. And just I don't know exactly. I wish I would explain it in a sense, but I feel like you get what I mean, right, Josh? And I get you as well. It's very hard to put it into words. I mean, a discourse is good if the person is willing to be open to other opinions. I'm also very open to opinions, but usually open does not mean open to misinformation. That is, and but I don't know. Internet's bigger than ever. It's way bigger than ever. It has so many domains and so many horizons you can explore, and yet somehow people are more misinformed than usual. Isn't it weird? So strange. Hello, hidden chapters. Where are you from? And what do you do for a living? What is your name as well? That is correct. That is. And nowadays, it's so hard to have a healthy conversation at this point. Actually, it is so hard to have a conversation. Why is it that people are using abbreviations when they're talking? Like when like we're talking face to face. I've heard some people use like IDK and NVM, and I'm like, what? Why are we talking in abbreviations? It's so strange that we're shortening the words. I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. I say FYI instead of for your information. I'm guilty of that. But besides that, like people have become worse and having conversations like face to face. I don't know where we are heading towards. I don't know exactly, to the point that now talking to a lot of people, it's not something that everyone can do. I mean, it is fine though. I'm not saying that everyone needs to be extroverted. That's not the case. In fact, actually, I get the point. Talking with a lot of people is exhausting. But some people, like, they genuinely can't even talk about anything else besides small talk. That's very concerning to me. I mean, every day I'm always concerned about something or the other in the world that is. Oh my gosh. That is true. The thing is, neither am I going to change my opinion, neither am I going to change someone else's. That is what I think. Well, if it's something that is not true, then I might try to correct. But if the other person don't want to listen, then they're more than free to leave. I'm like, the door is that way. I would just let them go. Listening is fun. If the person is actually like saying something good, then it's very good to listen as well. Listening is therapeutic in a sense. I like listening to people just talk about their perspective in a field that they're in. It's so interesting. But unfortunately, political talks are always going to be messy. We're never going to see a healthy discussion in terms of politics. That's all I know. It's never going to be. If it is, then it's just usually people agreeing with each other. Nothing much. And I prefer listening as well. I feel like listening nowadays also is very important, which most people can't do anymore. Because it requires like attention, it requires attention to detail, you need to remember things, of course. It's not a bad thing because that's a part of socializing, but I've seen people nowadays like cut each other off so much. If I'm saying something and I get cut off, my goodness, like it's fine if it's unintentional, but if someone intentionally just speaks in between, it's so much. It takes patience to collect my point. I can't cling on to the point either because I'm going to forget about my point within just like 10 minutes. Because like I usually speak in like a chain, and if the chain breaks, I'm gone. I have to drink some water. There's some stress in my throat. It's so annoying, man. Basically, me going on the live is just me talking about people and complaining and going on a montage. I always go on a tangent every day. I always complain either about AI, like not AI, okay. I'm not one of those people who say AI is bad. It's not that. Gen AI maybe, or I either talk about the literacy crisis or I talk about so many things. Of course, I am because I swear I'm open to any topics. I'm gonna accept the controversial ones, of course, but I'm open to any topics, and it's impossible for me to know about every field. So I'd like to ask, and I would like to know like what the work consists of, what the occupation is, and how it's going, how they manage it. So I feel like that's the best part because I'm not saying like if one person is doing the talking and you're listening, it's not one sided exactly because just listening to someone, you can also get to know about a lot of things. And actually, I like learning things. I like to question people as in just ask questions regarding what they like and just get to know about it. It's cool. I feel like it is pretty cool. And you get to know about so many things from a human's perspective. Then instead of just googling it and maybe looking through AI preview, that is, I mean, if you get to know it from a person's perspective, everyone has a different way of explaining things. I also have a very different way. I usually go more towards real life examples when I'm explaining my field of interest, but some people might use like Not riddles, but wordplay to explain their point, and it's pretty fun. Because if we were to define one thing, just like anything, all of us would have different ways to like explain it. That is. Hello, Pradhum, where are you from, and what do you do for a living? I mean, yeah, I do need these skills more, but the main thing is I need patience as well. Patience to deal with such people, but I get very hot headed very quickly, so I need to keep that in check. Tried my hand at meditation, did not work out exactly. I couldn't do meditation. So usually when I'm irritated, I just take deep breaths and I'll be fine. Well, I mean, they do somewhat teach you how to deal with people, but unfortunately, communication, it's something that is within you. So you gotta polish it on your own. That is. Where are you from in Rajasthan? Which city? And how long have you been working in the medical field? What are your qualifications? Keyboard warriors. I remember Josh, like on Reddit, it used to be like a whole different place. I don't know if you were on Reddit at some point. Spooky. It's like a place where either it's the best or you just see people fighting like at each other's throats all the time. It's insane. I nearly coughed, man. I leaned back. I thought I was gonna sneeze. I did not sneeze at all. Hi Divyam Du. Hello. How are you doing? Joined early today actually. And Pratham, if I introduce myself, I am from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, Pratham, make sure to look at my channel. Please have a look at the channel description. You can read through it and then you can come back and we can have a talk. Patience is a very good quality to have, which I do not have at the moment. Patience, as in, see, patience is a vast thing. I don't have patience in a way that I can deal with people with misinformed views. That makes me hot headed to a whole different level. Oh, it's Sunday, right? Dude, it's Sunday, and for some reason, I can't register the fact that it's Sunday. Divyam knows. ड्यूटी की वजह से मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि it's not Sunday. Feels like a Monday. You never used Reddit. Oh, that's good though. I mean, I'm glad in a sense that you didn't use it at all. I'm glad because I mean there used to be good subreddits. I used to keep up with the dad joke subreddit, but besides that, it was a hell spawn place. Like people would be like fighting at someone. It's like Twitter, literally. नहीं मैं मानने नहीं लगी हूँ. I don't believe this. Come on, I don't believe it's a duty. Okay, Divyam, it's not that. I'm saying in your case, and from your point of view, because every my days are the same, right? So it's hard for me to differentiate at this point. Oh, time perception is strange. Time flies by. But Josh, how are you finding the show so far? The Terminal List. Maybe if you like it, then I might also check it out. Hellspawn place. That's funny. Yeah, I mean it is. I mean, it's not Hellspawn place. I mean, I meant like the keyboard warriors there were Hellspawns. Hellspawns, Hellspawn. I don't know, man. I the way the words nowadays are like mixing up in my head, and I can't word it properly. Oh, it's bad. It's getting terrible at some point. I don't know, man. I've been like on very different parts of the internet, so I've seen the extremes people go to at some point. Wait, speaking of bikes, so Josh, I just remembered. Did you ever have a dirt bike? I don't know, man. I don't know like much about bikes, but dirt bikes look pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I mean, I like the silly look they have. I don't know much about dirt bikes. I don't know how they work. Okay, I just know the visual aspect of it. Nothing much. Forgot to ask you about what bike you have. Livium, I guess like the person was asking for themselves. I don't know exactly. Oh, that's good to know. I mean, it is somewhat military sort of. Isn't it like a conspiracy thriller or action? I'm not a big fan of action though, unfortunately. So maybe I won't enjoy it. Just asking. I thought like I'd ask because I don't know how far ahead you are in the show, but it's nice. So if you like it, it's cool. Royal Enfields are cool as well. I don't know much about bikes though, guys. I do not know much about bikes, unfortunately. Oh, Yamaha PW50. That's such a cute like mini bike. It's so cute, honestly. I love like the color though. There used to be like this very cool sapphire color it was in. I remember seeing a guide of like the basic maintenance that it would have. Like I don't know why. I It just came on my YouTube at some point. So I would just like check it out. But honestly, like CRF is pretty nice. CRF 450R. Isn't it from like Honda Power Sports, like motocross MX bike, right? Hello Ali, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Which state are you from in India? Which state and city and how long have you been in the field that is? Oh, it's a Honda. Okay, that's good to know. Hasn't it been revised for like 2025? I don't know. Like I guess it had like a lot of like tweaks and upgrades, right? I don't know much about it, unfortunately, but I guess so. 2025, if I'm correct. It's a pretty cool bike, though. I mean, it is pretty nice. Many people say it's a very good motor crosser as well. I'm more into like cars, but that too also like, man, my knowledge in like vehicle stuff is so incomplete. Favorite bike as a kid? Cobra, hold on. It had motocross bikes, I remember, but like I'm a little Cobra Moto, right? I don't know. I've seen like a few bikes that it has, but it's pretty nice. I believe it's like premium race ready, so like I guess automatically people prefer it, and it's always like it's a good choice for like young racers, I guess. Man, now I want to get into motorsports in a sense, but like I can only watch them. I don't think I have the guts to be trying it out. They made a lot of changes. Excited for the 2027 model though. Just want to see like what features they have tweaked, what they have added on, and I feel like it will be cool at some point. It's very small, but if I tell you like if we are talking about Cobra motor like Moto, it's actually like it's pretty mighty because it has very good like I've heard it's very high quality, high performance like youth motocross bike provider. I guess it's pretty good. Yeah, and it's pretty high quality that is. So see, the size of the brand does not matter. The thing is like of the company, it's the performance and everything. I guess some of the people I knew might have had like a motorbike of Cobra at some point, but I don't know. The name sounded very familiar, so it took me a while to register it. I just like did a quick search to clarify, like to basically confirm, like is it the Cobra motor that I know, or is it there something else? But it must be pretty hectic though to be maintaining the bike often, right? How do you do the maintenance if I were to ask you like briefly, in a sense? I don't know. I'm not sure either. I don't know. Must have seen them. Maybe I don't know. I'm getting confused between like Cobra motorbikes. I don't know. I know Moto is like a small branch of that or something. Gosh, it's so hard to recall things from my memory. I must be confusing you like a lot. Cobra motorcycles. It's like a small division of that. A lot of maintenance. I would have given up actually. I would have become like lazy in that sense. Nothing crazy. I mean, if you're used to it and you know how to do it efficiently, then that's good as well. I mean, anything that you own nowadays does require maintenance, so it's good to take care of it. Dude, I'm so sorry for being so clueless in this. Oh, after 6 months. Thanks for letting me know. How is it like? I'm trying to think exactly. It's basically like people usually they I think you're talking about scooters. It is mainly scooters only. You will see a lot of Activas often. You see those, and I don't know about the road motorcycles. I don't know about the divisions or the types that you have mainly. I'm not a bike person or a motorcycle person, so I'm very confused. Could be in a sense. Usually people here ride scooters. Some have bikes as well. Now I'm very bad with specifying what kind of bikes that is. But yeah, if you go more towards like the beachy sides, I mean you might see a few bullets here and there. So I've not seen anyone ride a dirt bike. So I mean that would be insane seeing it right now. Scooties are very common. Yeah, I mean I did assume that dirt bikes have different kind of maintenance. God, I wish I watched that video, at least I would have helped. Well, Gun Gupta, welcome to the live. Make sure to like the live, okay? How are you doing today? Oh, that is required, though. I mean, definitely so. Definitely. I mean, let me try to recall some information if I can remember. I always try to recall information that is. I mean, you guys have to look at like a lot of things, right? I mean, cleaning and stuff. Cleaning, of course. I mean, you guys have to clean stuff. And then I guess, so do you guys have to do like chain? Do you guys have to look at the chain slack often? I don't know exactly. Yeah, I mean, you do need to change the engine oil. I don't know. I guess from what I remember in the video that I used to watch before, that was like a while ago. Can change it every 10-20 hours of ride time. So that's cool. I mean, depends on the riding conditions, though, right? Could be. I don't know about the clearance. Once again, I don't know what that even is, but change it every 40 to 80 hours. I don't know. It's a lot of maintenance actually. Too many numbers for me. Yeah, they inspect the chains. That's true. They do have a look at it. I guess you guys have a look at brake and clutch levers also, right? Because I guess you're not supposed to bind. Brake pads are necessary, and I don't know. I'm not that good with like EV stuff. Honestly, I'm very bad at it. Maybe if you tell, if we talk about how it's like booming, then I can definitely tell you in terms of economic sense. But like going into vehicles, not my field, unfortunately. Oh, usually go by hours written. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for answering the question. I was very confused by that as well. Oh, hence, it's always given by hours written. Chain maintenance. I mean, it's not supposed to be too tight or loose. I mean, that's pretty normal, though. I mean, I guess you guys have to like lubricate cables and pivot points as well, right? I mean, smooth throttle and clutch operation is required. Imagine if it's very rusty. I don't think it's going to be good. It depends on the maintenance, like riding style as well, right? The maintenance frequency. If if someone does like casual trail riding, they probably wouldn't require more frequent checks. Whereas if someone is doing very aggressive racing, then I guess they might have to do frequent checks and maintenance. I think so. I mean, that's common sense actually. I just said something that's such a basic thing, it's embarrassing. I mean, I'm trying my best to keep up with the conversation because it's a little awkward for me to just not provide anything at all. So, might as well just ask questions and learn more. It helps. You guys gonna look at like fluid levels as well, though, alongside air filter that you mentioned. Fluid levels is like engine oil only. Actually, never mind. Engine oil is fluid fluids. Never mind. I zoned out for a second. Okay, thank you so much. But please do help me out as well. If you're talking about IC, are you talking about like internal combustion engines? That is EVs, electric vehicles, right? I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be a lengthy one. See, the advantage is like it's beyond. What do I say? It can be beyond like air quality and stuff. It's beyond air quality and impacting climate change, mitigation, and long-term endurance. I feel like it's a crucial step in a sense is crucial step in a sense because I feel like the initial manufacturing of EVs involves source extraction and energy consumption. So I feel like, but the thing is like the long term benefits far outweigh like the initial costs. That is, I mean, it can be a good alternative, but some people might be more used to traditional fuel sort of vehicles. My main thing is that hybrids could make sense. Hybrids could be a good way for the typical Indian market. That is because for the Indian market, many people are very comfortable with what do I say? Yeah, traditional fuel. So I feel like if we go towards hybrid, it won't really be a very drastic change. Whereas, because there might be some shortcomings regarding the power banks, like power charging stations and stuff. So hybrids are a good way to not be fully dependent on fuel and to not be fully dependent on battery either. And just operate with both. And consumers happy, everyone's happy. But well, I mean, I do think like maybe India will soon like the vehicle market, like most of the purchases might be EV based by 2030. That is around 30%, I believe. I don't know. I can't go much into depth because it's going to be a very long opinion. You tell me your view on it, though. I'm optimist. I may know which direction it's heading towards. Let me think. Gen AI. Let's talk about Gen AI specifically. It's like a gray. See, I'll tell you, it's a gray area. Everything that we are discussing about is a gray area mainly. It's is it concerning in a way? It is because I am seeing people being very dependent on Gen AI at some point that I've seen a huge tank in the analysis sort of field. People are having cognitive decay. That is, I mean, Gen AI. I don't know. still if I think it's a bubble or not, because many people thought internet was a bubble that's going to burst. Now people are thinking the same about Gen AI. Maybe it could like degrade a little bit, though some companies, some models are degrading a lot. I don't know exactly, not much positive about it. All I can see is just keep up with the skills, polish on your skills, learn to just walk along with AI, and you'll be fine. Though there are massive layoffs due to Gen AI now, like AI assistants, a lot of it. So some industries might be benefiting from it, some might not. And if you're in the ones that are benefiting from it, there like some fields are to be seeing a very huge demand soon, whereas some are more vulnerable now. So it's all about the skills, though. All comes down to that. Yeah, that is true. Power distribution companies. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why, hence, I said hybrid. Because, I mean, we're not ready for complete EV yet. I don't think it's going to be complete EV, though. I don't think the vehicle market is completely going to gravitate towards EV. I feel like it's going to be a section that is available. That's why I said, ideally, in the current circumstances, hybrid is the best. The dirt bikes are not street legal. They are not, unfortunately. There are a lot of electric bikes, so see, I don't know much about the bikes anyway. Very, very clueless. Hello, Aryan. Welcome to the live. Long time no see. How are you doing? I was about to go in a very in depth sort of POV, but I realized that it's going to become a very lengthy opinion. So I just like, sort of cut it short at the moment. I wish I knew more about the brand so I could have recommended some, but I don't know much. See, the thing is, like, if I tell you, and it's gonna be a petty opinion, not a petty opinion, but most people might not agree with it. Actually, Gen AI would have been very helpful for us if we utilized it as a tool and not something to completely rely on. Because I remember when it came out at first, a lot of people used it like Google for some reason because people were amused by Gen AI. And that unfortunately is leading to like low attention spans, dopamine, and cognitive decay. And a lot of people are forgetting to use skills. So, I don't know. That is true. Yes, yes, actually. The main thing is, isn't it a nightmare for like the financial firm alongside the finance firm alongside the legal firm as well? Dude, I don't know because people have been using Gen AI for a lot of things, and apparently it's hallucinating more than usual. Prompt engineering could work, yeah, but mainly the training data is to be blamed. That is a good point. That is. I've seen that with like smaller AI companies. I've seen that with smaller AI companies. They're going completely paid, and a lot of people are like outraged by it. I mean, don't they lose like a lot of money for like the smallest things people type out? It's insane. It's making them dumb. I mean, the thing is, see, it's a big thing. The data that it's trained on is faulty itself. So I don't know what can do this. I don't know what we can do about this. And usually the data that it is trained on is very culturally and racially biased. That I feel like because it's taking sources from Reddit and Quora. What can you expect? And Wikipedia at some point. Wikipedia is like the culprit. I feel like I mean I don't think I have to explain why. I feel like we get the point. In my opinion, the main problem is it's affecting people's behavior in a sense that everyone's relying on it. So I've seen some people say they read like 50 books a year, and I actually believed it. I said like, oh, you read 50 books, and they tell me like, oh no, I summarized them in Gen AI, and that's like if I tell you that's fueling the current sort of brain dead herd mentality that we talked about Josh earlier. Though if we talk about in like career wise, it is also affecting it a lot. So sorry, I was collecting my evening snacks. I got a few biscuits. I don't know. Oh my god, it's broken. Okay, that was not a pleasant view to show. I'm so sorry. Today I'm not being able to curate my points properly at all, but you guys get the gist. Oh yeah. those those stupid Ray-Ban Meta glasses. What can I say? Oh my god, that is scary enough. I mean, I imagine this. Oh, that's is it scary? I mean, it's like more of like dystopia based. It's pretty dystopian. What can I say? Unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I mean, the main thing is like, what will we do with the glasses? Like, I don't think we need them. I have a lot of theories about this, but like, I don't exactly know if I should get into it or not. Privacy is definitely. Do you guys know basically? Like, I remember there was this like few AI apps. I mean, like, I will tell you, they're on the verge of collapse. So the smaller AI companies, like, they are basically went full on paid mode, and some apps are basically asking for face recognition, like not recognition, for like age identification. So they basically ask for a face. That's fine, but the smaller AI companies were asking for that at some point. And at some point they won't be able to scan your face. They won't be able to detect like your age or anything. So they'll tell you to upload like your driver's license or like your ID or something. Do you know how bad that is? Jeez. If there's a breach, oh no, whoever has uploaded whatever files, it's gone. That's mainly for the small AI companies. Smaller AI companies, not the bigger ones, the smaller ones. Oh, I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen frequently with social media apps also. I've seen like there's competition everywhere, and then they're gonna merge. They're gonna be like basically we're gonna see King Kong and Godzilla fight. It's like literally it's gonna be in that sense, metaphorically. It is a quite problem. Duopoly, maybe could be in a sense. Agendas of the people and the general public as well. I mean, I would like to mention people who are relying on Gen AI completely. I don't think it's gonna end well for them. I don't think so. I'm so sorry. I made a very loud noise. I was just fiddling with my AirPods and the case snapped. Very sorry. I was basically also mentioning that basically whatever you type in the Gen AI chats itself, like basically it trains it through that. And some people, I've seen some people leak such sensitive information over there. What can I say? I can't even blame just one side anymore. It's like two parties sort of thing. I feel like the main motive is make the public very stupid so they can't question anything. That's the agenda of those mainly. The main thing is the elite are, it's gonna become like a revolution again. The elite are gonna be smart, they're gonna be into critical thinking and such, whereas we are gonna be like brain dead at some point. Hello Amrit, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Well, besides that, I'm in Gen AI. It's fine. I mean, what can we do about it? My dog was, she was barking so much. Very correct, though, I feel like. Satya, that is correct in a sense. People are very hostile towards each other, though. I've seen that a lot. She is a smaller dog, yeah. She's a Spitz mix, and her name is Cunie, and she she just barks at she just like barks at my mom, and she's like very playful, very talkative in a sense. Correct. That is definitely correct. Hit the spot with the point. That is very good. Questioning ability is just it's going absent nowadays. I burned my tongue with the chai. Oh my gosh. Just see the tear in my eyes. But guys, the main thing is people are factual and knowledgeable. Those people are labeled in a very wrong way nowadays. Whereas those who believe in any stupidity, they are like very loud in a sense with their opinions, like non-hesitant, and that's not good actually. Like the more misinformed they are, the louder they are with their opinions. In a sense, I'm not being able to like describe it properly. Like empty barrels are the loudest. Is that the idiom? Guys, I need to like fix the camera. I'm so sorry. Used to play, oh, Clash of Clans back then. All of them are virtual. Oh, that's cool though. I had a lot of pen pals before, so hello Vijay, where are you from and what do you do for a living? I'm so sorry guys, just I'm just fixing the camera at the moment. I feel like this gimbal needs more maintenance than anything else at this point. Okay, that's good. There we go. It's all sorted. So sorry. Please excuse me. This shirt is bothering me. I don't know how to adjust it. Vijay, where are you from exactly? Which state and city? I was very much into pen paling at some point, so I'm very comfortable talking with a lot of people, but it's been a while. Oh, all right. Vijay, if I introduce myself, I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal. I'm so sorry. I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. After the 4 year course, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Well, Vijay, why don't you have a look at my channel description? You can read through it, you'll get to know what I do, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. And Vijay, I don't really prefer to talk about these topics. So I suggest you have a look at the channel description. You'll get to know what I talk about on here and what the channel is, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. My life was reconnecting. Very sorry about that. Actually, Josh, don't worry. It's it's in the entire world. This is like the scenario for every country in a sense. I feel like it's more of like a competition and stuff, and there's so many things. It's like it's just politicians are polluted tactics. That's how we can talk about it. And Vijay, if I tell you about my channel, the thing is that it's not animal fam. Mainly, it's street dog fam. Street dogs, yeah. That street dogs are the main focus on my channel at the moment, and the thing is, I'm trying to grow the channel so that I can feed them 3 times a day, that is. And at the moment, my channel has not been monetized yet. So basically, I come on lives to gain more exposure to those who are willing to be a helping hand in the good cause. And a lot of people have contributed and donated for the street dogs, and all of it goes for their afternoon meal. So usually, I take contributions and donations through QR and scanner on the live itself. And any help that I get is tremendous help, and you can also be a helping hand in the good cause as well. Yeah, we don't have to get too deep into it. That is true. We're not going to get too deep into it, guys, at the moment, because I usually avoid like political topics on here in the chat itself. It's a little controversial, but that is true. Though. But now we're going to move on from the topic that is and head towards something else. I don't exactly know what to talk about. That's why I'm very silent at the moment. I don't know why I'm so speechless. Tourism. Are you asking in a general sense or is it a little specific that is? Maybe you guys can go ahead first. Josh and Satya, you guys can go ahead first. And Satya, in the meantime, you can like the live as well and make sure to subscribe because we're sticking around for a very long time on the chat, so you can keep up with it. You guys go ahead on the view first, and I'll see, and then I'll also chime in because I need to finish up my cup of chai that is there. It's gonna get cold really quickly. Oh, all right. Well, let me see. Let me see, like in a general sense. That is, let me say it in a general sense. So first, I would say like tourism is good in a sense because let me give you a background. Let me give you some more background information about myself. So basically, my mother's Parsi, father's Punjabi. I'm mixed, and I've been staying in Darjeeling for about 4 years. And my place of birth is Delhi. So to get it clear, I only know Hindi and English. And the tourism has been booming though. So the thing is that it has changed the language demographics in a sense. It's good. Hindi is becoming more common in the northeast. That's nice, and it's a good common language. Main thing is that if the visitors from different locations, if I say, tourism can help a lot with the place and basically promotion of culture. But sometimes tourism does come with people not realizing that it's a hill station or it's a place and they need to keep it clean. I've seen a lot of people littering a lot, like they just like throw away the trash. I feel like civic sense is very absent. And this is like I'm talking about India as a whole, that is. The general public is very, what do I say, like very centered in a way that they don't really care about it. They're gonna throw the wrappers on the ground while talking. You're gonna hear people talking very loudly on the phone in public spaces. You'll see people honking continuously in traffic jams, even though it's in a red light. Not even traffic jam, it's a red light, but you'll hear people honking continuously. It's so I've seen many instances where people are just like you'll see pigeons just having like food like this like whatever the people give to pigeons and people would just run and shoo them away. I don't know why be a nuisance. That's the main thing. They're not contributing to crime and they're not contributing to being a nuisance. It's fine. As long as it's just they respect the place, they respect the rules. They don't go around messing things up. They don't think that it's cool to be very loud and stuff. I'm fine with that. Like basically decorum in a sense. Like just maintain public order is not the word, but just maintain yourself properly. I mean, like civic sense. Yeah, I'll just say that. My brain is jammed. It's a Sunday, so like it's a Sunday evening, so I'm not doing that well with recollecting my thoughts. Indian tourists do have a pretty bad life, though. I feel like, and I'm very embarrassed, honestly, because I've seen people like take speakers and they go like to hill stations and they jam like loud music. don't know why. I hear people like doing like dances in airports, people dancing on the footpaths, people dancing near the pavement, not caring about other people. That is like some people have to be in a rush, and some places like you need to behave in a certain way. Unfortunately, some tourists don't get that, so it ain't cool. That's become like a trend at this point. Hi Yash, welcome. I'm doing good. What about you? How are you doing today? Make sure to like the live, okay? If you haven't already. That is true, though. Well, that's good to know. You're sure doing fine. That's good. How are your studies going at the moment? I don't know. I always ask this question, but sometimes study sessions are good, sometimes they're not. So it's better to ask. Nothing much. I'm just having like this thing. I'm having chai basically. So the chai is too hot, so I'm letting it cool a little bit. All right, Satya, take care. Bye bye. It's nice talking to you as well. Oh, oh, that is I don't know exactly. Is that good or is that bad? It's fine. I mean, well, Josh, if I mention, I don't really interact with the people that are like in my locality much. Alongside, I've never really visited the US. So the main thing is the only source of information that I might get to form an opinion is through news. Now, if we talk about news, it would, if I refer to CNN, CNN will be presenting a certain piece and my habit is checking other news channels as well. So if I want to fact check CNN, I'll have to go to BBC. And BBC, if I see, they might say a different thing that compared to CNN or a different take. Basically, that would be that the news channels are really, it's like their own propaganda that they're basically trying to present. And I would rather not really give my opinion, because whatever I say, it's not going to be whatever I say from my perspective, it's not going to be correct or it's not going to be right, because I've never been to the place. So, what I would say generally is I only give my opinion usually if it is correct and I'm definite about it. So, in this case, I can't really say anything at all, because it's gonna be different opinions and it's gonna be meshed together. So, oh, I get it though. Don't worry. If you have medicine, then you can take it, Yash. Don't worry. I mean, it's common. It happens. Hello, Arish Sharma. Where are you from, and what do you do for a living? That is correct, though. That is, I do get the point. Some people, some people are very, very sure and certain, and they do continue to talk a lot about the places I've never been to or experienced. And despite having a few pen pals from the US itself, I still don't want to word anything, don't want to say anything. Because I've never been to the place, that is. Never experienced it, never seen it myself. So that's why. And opinions, I only express my opinions when I definitely know it's correct. And it's like to the point, that is, and it makes sense. It's better to, it's better to be that way. I've seen some people make crazy assumptions about like random places, that is, and I don't know exactly where the confidence comes from. Not confidence, but like the certainty, that is. Certainty is a better word. Well, if I give my honest take, Josh, if I go ahead with that, let me tell you, like I did read your message a little bit, and basically, if I tell you, let me just tell you about geopolitics and countries' politics. That is, everyone's. If I see most countries, everyone's focused on their own thing, on their own countries. That is, and it's so messy. Let me just tell you. If we talk about Trump, that is, he's basically trying to control the oil industry, the oil business, that is, he's trying to get his hands onto that. Now, let's take Iran for an instance. Iran is trying to destroy the Gulf countries mainly. Iran basically wants to be the king of Gulf, of the Muslim world, that is. And now, if we also head towards Pakistan, that is, anywhere there's like they're in their own thing, because anywhere there's a bomb blast, anywhere there's terrorist attack, anything, they are somehow you'll find the Pakistanis. They'll always be there. Whereas if we talk about India, India's also focused on their own thing. We're also focusing on developing our own thing, expanding our exporters market. That is, so every country is focused on their own thing. So like country politics, geopolitics mainly, it's just petty politics, but it's like a web, it's like an interconnection of everything. So like it's very hard to give like a solid opinion on it at the moment. That is, so usually I don't really say much. Haldar, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Hello, Aryan, welcome. What milkshake are you having? That's good though. I'm just having my chai on the side. Oh, you like my glasses? Thanks, I appreciate it. I love the frame though, it's pretty cool. Thanks. I mean, it's not off topic. I appreciate the compliment regardless. Thanks a lot. These are like blue power glasses. So basically, they avoid, like they prevent eye strain as well to some extent, because my screen time is like insane at this point due to like the live sessions. So it's insane. So usually I have to wear these. I mean, these are like power as well, because I'm like blind almost. I'm very nearsighted. I mean, it's due to the orange guy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's due to him solely. And one thing I would say is that dude has a lot of mood swings. That's all I can say. That's all I'm gonna say. Not gonna go much. I'm not trying to be shy. That is. Like in a sense, like it's true, right? Because make America great again. That's Mr. Trump for you. Okay. And basically, if I tell you, let's give a gist of China. China is basically trying to get its hands on Latin America. That is, they are just trying, China is trying to provide loans, giving loans and providing support to Latin American countries. That is mainly so that they can slowly inch towards the debt trap. That is, and China can finally get its hands onto it. Whereas America despises Chinese based products and basically does not want Chinese thing anywhere near its borders. So you can simply say that China and America is just they're fighting. They're having like a full on sort of thing going on. Cold War, that is. And the main thing is that I like to say it's just like a fight of who's the king of the world. So there's China's your opponent, and then there's America. So that's all I gotta say for you. That's all. You had blue light glasses, but you broke them. Oh, how come? Common incident is people usually sit on their glasses by accident, or some usually while wearing it they stretch it open too much and it breaks. Thankfully, that has never happened to me, or else I would be doomed. I would be blind. If my screen time was less, I would have done fine with contact lenses, but these guys are needed, or else I'm gonna have the worst headache of my life. I don't want that. Stepped on them. How come they were fallen on the? If you have carpet, then I don't blame you exactly. Carpet and floorings are pretty like the things get lost in there very quickly. That is, I can just imagine the crunch. Oh, the anguish. That is. Don't really have problems with like without the blue light glasses now. Have you gotten used to them? I believe your screen time must not be that much though. Maybe it's a computer. Usually, the computer is the main culprit that raises the screen time extremely. That's the main thing. I remember I nearly sat on my specs once. I nearly, thank goodness. It was just like, oh my gosh, I would have been like so doomed that day. Because I don't know why. I have like a very bad tendency that if I try to wear contact lenses for at least like 3 days, that was not good. Because basically every time I would sit in front of the screen, I would see like colors. I would see like mandala art in a sense. Like it would just be like random patterns. And I realized that actually I'm getting a very bad eye strain. So for the time being, refreshment drops and these specs are my friends. They're my buddies if I can word it properly. It does. I don't know exactly how to explain it. Like I get eye strain and the eye strain is so strange because dry eyes, that's the main thing. Alongside, also the other thing is that the back of my head gets pretty heavy at some point. Actually, I'm so sorry. My camera is it's tilting in a sense. So I have to like work on it. But besides that, as I was saying, my eyes like they get strained in a very weird sense. So like the thing is, whenever I'm there are like three stages. If I'm looking at the screen at least like for an hour continuously, it gets dry at some point. Like I can feel my eyelids sticking to my eyes. It's so weird. Secondly, it starts with a mild headache. The second stage is like you get a headache, and yeah, there we go. Secondly, you get a headache, and the headache like it's like through here, and it wraps around my whole head. It's not good. Third stage is just me blinking and seeing like colors at some point, gradients that is, and at some point if I blink, I see like hashes, like hashtags. I mean, like just like hatches, not hashes, hatches, and it's like such a weird thing. So blue light is definitely necessary for me. And even the doc told me that actually I do need to wear specs more. Contact lenses aren't going to do the thing at all. So basically, I'm blind, plus I'm more prone to headaches nowadays. Some people say you're supposed to get a headache like only like once a week or something, or like I don't know. I get headaches every day, so I feel like no one's normal anymore. I feel like that fact is utter nonsense, but I don't know. It's for the A type people. I'm not an A type person. Type A, not A type. Sorry. Type A are like those people who are insanely productive, like textbook definition of productivity. I cannot be like that. The main case is the strain is bad alongside the small letters. Oh, don't worry. I play video games. I do. Actually, I used to be into gaming a lot. You know, when everyone was into shows and OTT was very popular, the reason why I'm so left out in shows nowadays is because I was mainly focused onto the gaming aspect. Oh, you grew out of it, lucky. I guess I have to grow out of it soon. But I don't think I'm gonna grow out of it anytime. Why so late November specifically? Is like a game coming out at this time? I don't know. I'm not updated with video games. I don't play it anymore, so that's why I'm very clueless. But I'd like to know. Dude, I remember playing Silent Hill once. Silent Hill, I tried to play it, but like I don't know why I got so spooked. I just left the game within like 5 minutes of gameplay. You never wore glasses. Wait, you're so lucky. How do you have good eyesight despite playing so many video games? That is, I'm just assuming. Dude, I guess in my case it could be like genetic. I don't know exactly. Kunal, where are you from and what do you do for a living? You're so lucky. I'm envious actually. I'm like nearsighted. So like the thing is like if I take off my glasses, I can't exactly see the person's face well. It's just a blur. So it's not a good thing. My power is like minus 2.5, I guess. It's not that good. Oh, GT is 6. Oh, yeah, okay. I assumed, but I wanted to correct it. You plan on getting it? Oh, do give me a review when you do get it though. Because unfortunately, the thing is, I don't know which version of GTA I played, but like I used to just run people over with my car. Is that a good thing to mention? I don't think so. NPC stuff. I used to love annoying NPCs. Kunal, where are you from in Gujarat? Which city? And what do you do for a living? I have a very weird interest in and the GTA that I used to play on the GTA that I played, it was not exactly mine. It was like someone else's, so I never knew what was the aim of the game. Is it like a I still don't know the aim exactly. I would just wander around. There were so many games before, so oh you weren't allowed. Dude, I used to get scolded a lot by my mom for playing for such a long time. I would sit in the desktop, like I would sit in front of the desktop for at least like 3, 4 hours straight. I don't know how I did that. If I try to do it right now, I'm gonna get nauseous already. I tried to play a game recently, and basically I lasted only 17 minutes. That is on Minecraft, FYI. I was a very big Minecraft kid. I would just play like Bed Wars. Adult money. Adulting, that is. Adulting does give you a lot of opportunities to do whatever you want. Well, that explains the good eyesight, that is. Hopefully, you don't get it ruined. Let's knock on wood for that. Let's touch wood for that. Just kidding, though. I don't exactly know what's like the main cause. All I remember is my eyesight was like deteriorating. My eyesight, and like I used to play games a lot, and I used to play games a lot. And I was into sports as well. I was into volleyball, I didn't mention. So I was into volleyball, and I remember like I would always stand to play volleyball, and I would think like, dude, why am I zoned out all of the time? I didn't know that my eyesight was actually like deteriorating at some point. I got my spectacles in ninth grade, so before that I used to think like I was just zoned out. That's such a funny thing. Yeah, I've ran a lot of people over too. It's fun. Not in a weird way that is, I don't know exactly. I just love hitting people with my car in the game. Don't know why. I feel like many people did that though. It's not me. I used to love like driving off road and just like flying across the map. It's fun. I don't exactly know if you're familiar with the games that I played, because you mentioned you didn't play a lot of video games, and most games I played were like web games, or they were just like games you could download that had more games within it. I never got into it. Oh, you should though. Oh my god. You know, you missed like the peak nostalgic moment that is, because a lot of like, you could sometimes meet YouTubers and like servers that is. I wanted to meet Dan TDM, but I could never, unfortunately. Time zones were different. Oh yeah, that is true. I mean, like the thing is like, let me just mention. I guess is one of the. I guess it didn't have an aim though. Like GTA didn't exactly have like an aim or an objective in the game, if I'm correct. I just jumped on to the next like message. I don't know why. That's good. Unfortunately, I was a loner. I was a lone wolf, so only outlook would be the only like the only outlet would be just like playing in school. But I didn't have friends in school, so I was a loner. Unfortunately, that is good though. I used to I used to like riding bicycles before. I used to ride like this very big bicycle before, but dude, the way I crashed into a wall once because I was like over speeding at some point. Not a good memory to have. Still have the scar. That is This is also a scar in my eyebrow, and I got a scar in my leg also. And I get bruises quite often, unfortunately. I spend most of my time, in a sense, like, I don't know exactly, at home. I don't know. I was pretty active, but I was also I don't know, man, I was everywhere. Like, anything you would mention before to kid me, little me, I would say, like, I know that. I don't know how I made it possible, but like when the lockdown was there, usually I was more into like online stuff, games and all. Not a good time to remember because my routine, my sleep schedule was so messed up. Slept at like 3 a.m. in the morning, woke up at noon. That was not a good time at all. Whenever people are in their early teens, it's a mess. That's unstoppable. Oh, criminal's life. Oh, all right. Unfortunately, let me tell you something. That's a very important detail. I played GTA and I ran people over when I was like 7, 7 or 8. Could you imagine why did kid me think to run people over? Run people over, that is. I mean, that makes sense. Criminal's life, got it. Speaking of Sims, I mean, it reminded me of like Sims 4. I don't know why. Simulators. I love simulators. Nowadays, oddly, I'm very fond of driving simulators in a sense. I don't know why I keep getting those videos of like people having a very cool driving simulator setup in their home and they're just driving. It's fun. Not gonna lie, like people, I feel like people who have scars from childhood are like the ones who spend a pretty good childhood, you know. I was someone who would just fall a lot. I don't know why. It's stupid decisions. I would fall. You know, I tried to like. Do you know like this playground? I don't know. There used to be a lot of like community playgrounds before. In our case, there was a community playground, and basically, I was left unsupervised. I was like in third or fourth grade at the time. I saw like other people swinging their friends on the swing set, like pushing them, right? So I had like this brilliant, bright idea that basically I'm going to push myself while swinging. Don't know what went on in my head at that moment. I like gripped the swing set from like the where you sit basically. I gripped the corner and I tried to push myself. I did a whole backflip and landed so badly onto the ground. I think I ate like a mouthful of mud that day. It was not good. Jeez. And then I had to like basically get my knees rinsed off because it was all scarred. It was all bruised. And there was like injuries, of course. My clothes were all muddied. It was not a good feeling. Call of Duty. I've not played COD at all. I don't know why. I was more of like a Fortnite kid. I would be very annoying actually. Fortnite and I was more into Genshin Impact or something. I never played that. Valorant. That's one game I didn't get into. Recently did try to get into it, but truly it's too hard to maneuver. So I remember Roblox was a thing. I like the older version. I don't play it anymore. That's not good. I know, and I don't know what went on in my head. I feel like I gained consciousness at the age of like at the crisp age of like 12. I feel like before that I was just like a dilly dally brain dead kind of kid. I don't know exactly. I don't know. Still don't know what prompted me to push myself in a way. I didn't consider that gravity would be a thing, you know, that I have to maintain my balance. There have been so many instances where I have been like I was like swinging on a swing set and I was standing and I've like nearly fallen so many times trying to do like a cool stunt that is. So most of these are self-inflicted. I feel like unintentionally that is. There's so many games. I can't remember the games. The thing is, I know like how the games look like, but I don't know their names at the moment. Because I just like discovered it and I would just download random stuff and play it. I don't think that was a good idea. That's one way to get a Trojan on on your like device. And trust me, I've gotten a lot of like Trojans at some point, but thank God I had like an antivirus, so like I didn't exactly get doxxed. Otherwise, that would have been very bad. I remember searching like Minecraft free version on the internet, and I would just download like every application. That was not good. The only foolish thing I did on the internet was that. Oh, we used to do that. Oh my god, that's monkey bars. I love monkey bars. Funny, funny thing, I used to do that before, and I guess I was launched into the air at some point because I stupidly I lost grip and like literally if the monkey bar is here, I literally fell this far at some point. Oh yeah. I mean the thing is breaking the arms and stuff, that is quite common. I nearly sprained my ankle that way. Very grounded for the time being. I don't exactly know how strict your household was. That would have resulted very badly. We used to do that like imagine just like basically this game, but we used to do this with like the monkey bar that had more levels. We would basically kick and we would use our arms as well at some point. I don't think that was good. I don't know why we thought that was a good idea. It led to a lot of my classmates falling onto the ground. One of them nearly broke their tooth. I don't know how. I guess I didn't have any bad injuries from that. Maybe a few bruises here and there, but it's normal. Rough play is normal. Do you know that game where basically you you hold the hands of other people and you run towards the other group, and basically it's like you just collide with people. I don't know. That was such a violent game. We tried it once in our like school when I was in third grade. Didn't work out very well, unfortunately. A few of my classmates started crying because their faces like bashed into each other. It was not good. It was not good at all. Viruses is not good though. And there are very weird viruses nowadays. So no thanks. I used to just watch this one guy on YouTube. He would just download stuff and get viruses, and he would make up videos on it. I don't know his name. I mean, it was a pretty long time ago. I don't think anyone remembers anything from like kindergarten. The only thing I remember from my kindergarten was like, I don't know what would happen to me. I would just get up in the middle of the class and just go out at some point, take a stroll, that is, and just come back to the class unprompted. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. Still don't know why. I wish I could. It is. I thought like you were familiar with it, but I don't know exactly. Hi, Chad. Where are you from? And what do you do for a living? There's so many games. We used to play like what is that game called? Hopscotch. I don't know what it's called for you guys, but basically we would play that as well. We had so many levels. We had like insane games at some point. Tag You It was the most intense game I ever played. It was so anxiety inducing. Oh my gosh. And basically freeze tag also. Freeze tag. There's so many. And also, what do I say? There are more games. I remember there was like a hybrid version of hide and seek and freeze tag. I don't know. Hide and seek was also pretty stress inducing. I feel like most childhood games are pretty stress inducing. And me being the anxious kid that I was, it was not good. I would be having a panic attack literally in the middle of playing it. It's so funny now that I recall. It was just hilarious. Oh wait. Oh my gosh. But that's actually good. I mean, either way, that's like that's like some destiny sort of like stuff that just happened. I mean, that's good. Pretty good that is. I remember like I remember like I was very bad with second language before. Like my Hindi was absolutely bad. We had Hindi as our second language. And you know the lowest marks I've gotten ever in my life is in Hindi. That is like in like third grade. I got around like 2 out of 20. That was so bad. Being a kid was very fun though. It was. I missed like the what do I say? I miss the time where like we just had coloring for homework. Like that's the only concern we would have. And the funny thing, I just finished my schooling this year only. Like I'm just done with my high school, and I'm already being nostalgic about it. Can you imagine? Honestly, it's chaotic. The moment you finish high school and you're in between that university stage and high school stage, and you're just stuck in the middle, it's a very weird feeling. Paperwork. What is your name exactly, and what do you do for a living? Actually, give me a moment. I need to like adjust my stance on the chair. Like I'm just like going very forward. There we go. I was inching forward and I was trying to look like an orc because I was hunching over so much. Behavioral problems. Oh, don't worry. I mean, the rules that they had were not to side, like not to switch sides. Okay, I'm not doing that. But the rules we had were a little stupid, also in a sense. Don't worry about it. I mean, I found it pretty weird. I don't know. As usually, someone was very talkative and could not even shut my mouth in the class. I was a chatterbox. I had talking problems. So basically, like the teachers in every like parent teachers meeting, they would just tell my parents. They would be like, "Your kid is pretty nice. I mean, your kid should participate more in class. She's very talkative." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's an interesting thing because usually you basically teachers tell you to participate in the class when you're quiet, not when you're talkative. So you can tell like the irrelevance my topics hold in the class. It's too much." But it's not your fault though. Some kids are pretty like hyper. I feel like it depends on the teacher as well, how they handle it, but you can't really put everything on the teacher though. Maybe it should be like inclusive regulation in a sense. Hello Wanderers, where are you from and what do you do for a living? What is your name as well? Atulia. Okay, nice to meet you as well. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? What are you studying exactly? What are you studying, Atulia? And which city are you from in Kerala? And then I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Hello, Banu, where are you from? And what do you do for a living? I mean, like every kid is quite talkative. I don't know exactly. I was very talkative at some point. Like people used to say, like you're, like my teachers used to say that I'm too energetic for my own good. But it's not that bad. I was pretty hyper as well. At some point, like in my home, I would just start running around. I don't know why. I needed good energy regulation, which I did not get. I feel like, and now the energetic kid is basically a fatigued adolescent. I feel like. Thanks, Atulya. Thanks, though. I mean, my name's Sheen-Jinee. What are you studying at the moment? What field or what major are you pursuing? The only thing, Josh, the only thing that would keep me shut was like library class. Every time we had to go to the library to study, like just for like we had a library period. So whenever we would be taken to the library, I would just stay quiet and I would just read Jeremy Stilton's books. I don't know if you're familiar with Jeremy Stilton. I didn't even know the dude was like an Italian writer. I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. What year are you in exactly? And I'm from Darjeeling, West Bengal, and I'm a student of mass communication. My first year begins in October itself. Alongside, after that, I'll be joining as a news anchor and debater with Times Now. Nice to meet you. What are your hobbies as well? But Josh, I feel like us hyperactive and very talkative kids, we had like a horrible fate with teachers. We were like hated, I feel like. You're not, dude. Atulya, don't feel that way. I'm pretty boring as well in some aspects. You can tell me more about yourself because I find your profile picture pretty cool. I mean, it's a star, so did behave at lunchtime. Oh my god, lunchtime was like another sort of like hell for me because we would be seated together to have our lunch in first grade, and the side eyes I would get from grown teachers. And FYI, I was in first grade. I would be like side eyed so much, and I didn't know why they would side eye me because I would see like other kids talking, so it would be like I just wanted to join in. But for some reason, my voice was very loud as a kid, so they would just think. I'm so sorry, I had to just quickly head out for something. No, I was not gone, don't worry. But Antonia, make sure to like the live in the meantime, and you can subscribe to the channel as well. Aerospace is pretty cool. It is. I just had to go for like the time being, nothing much. And guys, I'll be ending the live in around 7 minutes, that is. And I have not had my chai as well. It's already cold. Just knowing about aerospace much like I remember like didn't Google have like a simulator regarding that? I'm not sure. GOFS, I remember GOFS. I mean, it's like a flight simulator, but still, it reminded me of that in a way. Don't worry, it's not your fault. I got distracted. I was too much into whatever we were discussing at some point. It's a common occurrence. Don't worry about it. It happens quite often. And Atulya, I want to ask mainly, you mentioned aerospace engineering. If I'm not wrong, like you guys have different streams in it as well, right? Hello, Aisha. Good evening. How are you doing? I'm doing good. What about you? Make sure to like the live, okay? Just give me a moment, guys. Hello guys, I'm back. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Oh, your exams were going on. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. It's okay, Aisha. Actually, Josh, I find like the field of aerospace engineering pretty interesting because the way don't know much about it actually. Once again, but I heard like they have like aeronautical engineering and aeronautical is very interesting. I only know like there might be two main streams in it. First is like they deal with like development of aircraft and aeronautical. Astronautical is like technology of spacecraft, I guess. First one deals with the development and design. Second one deals with science and technology. So it does have I don't know about more fields though. I believe to pursue it, I don't know exactly that are born a related field or it's something different. Extra classes. Oh, that's good to know. That's nice. Yeah, it has to do with planes and spacecraft. I don't know much about it either, and don't worry. I did this today, like throughout the live. I'm just saying I don't know much about it either because it's just very talked about a lot of things that I don't know much about. But honestly, talking about dirt bikes is pretty interesting this time. It was. And Josh, it's always like a pleasure to chat along with you. It's always nice. It's always fun as well. Yeah. I mean, I guess she's gone. Well, I saw a little bit, so I might tell you more. But honestly, I cannot tell you from the perspective of someone who's studying it. So, and more of like an outsider, someone. Hello, Dilip. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Okay, Aisha, that's nice. Good luck. Good luck with your drawing, that is. But all I know is like there's like a lot of fields. There's a lot of like fields in aerospace engineering as well. I don't know what the specifications that is, so I mean it's cool as well. It's pretty cool. And then like the nostalgia refresh, it was fun as well. It was nice. And not afraid. If you want to know what the channel is about, you can have a look at the channel description. You can read through it. You'll get to know what the channel is about, what the aim of the channel is. Then you can come back and we can have a talk. It was pretty interesting though. Pretty nice that is. And I'm glad that at least I didn't mess up the perspective completely. Because all I know Sheen maintenance and stuff, it's but Josh. So I said I'd like to mention one thing. That is that, I feel like the moment we start questioning people on what they do, they disappear immediately. Like the way we start asking about like aerospace engineering, the person disappeared. YouTube is a funny place, and I've seen so many people just vanish within a second. That is skydive. By the way, Aisha, take care, bye bye. And skydive actually, I don't know. I got a weak heart. I'm scared. I don't like the feeling of doing a skydive, and basically you feel the feeling of something dropping in your stomach. That is. Well, guys, unfortunately, it's time for me to end the chat. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I have to take a leave right now. So, Josh, it was a pleasure talking to you, buddy. It was very nice, and I'm glad that we got to converse. And you're more than free to and more than welcome to join my night session as well if you wish. Well, I'll be ending the live right now. So, everyone, thanks for joining with me. So, I'll see you guys at 9 p.m. That is okay. So everyone take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.